feel like for our generation, it wasn't as much of as in
they
a
lied to us.
well-rounded, informed decision.
You can be real. They lied to us. They did.
They painted the good side and they played on the pros, but I don't feel like they really talked about the cons. So that way you can know what you were up against while you were in school and what you were up against once you left.
Oh no. They don't get it, it's okay. We get it.
I was like, yes, Lord, come on with the cancellations.
Ooh, we going in and now just kidding.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm black. Am I good?
He's with the best of them. And he's one of my favorite men to emphasize.
that entrance sounds like much more than who I actually am.
Yeah, you got to be willing to do some of the things that scare you because, honestly, that's where you grow and that's where you start seeing, like, bro, it's possible to be, out here in these streets debt-free and live the life that they tried to keep away from us. They painted this lovely picture of poverty for us, We got that. We got it, guys. We understand poverty at this point. I think we got it, Val.
Yeah.
I think we got it.
I think they painted they tried, well, I ain't gonna say tried, because for our generation, I feel like they definitely did.
Definitely.
This beautiful picture of college as well.
Yeah.
But they didn't tell you some of the downsides to it.
Yeah.
So.
Let's tell them that real quick.
Okay.
All right, I am the person who wants you to go to college if that's what you want to do. Mm-hmm. I believe that college is a good way for you to find out who you truly are and develop a certain amount of grit in you to be who God called you to be. It's like it's teaching you how to speak the language so that you can maneuver in the world. That's what I truly believe. Mm-hmm. But I also believe that some people don't have to go to college. Some people are not meant to go to college. And that doesn't mean that they're not smart enough. It just means that your calling is to be in the military. Your calling is to be a composer. Your calling is different, and you don't have to go to this standardized school to teach you how to take a standardized test, to teach you that structure when you need to be out here making mistakes and getting better. Yeah. So we have this conversation all the time, and I feel like it's important to always teach kids and teach people, even adults, like, you want to go back to school, go back. Right. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Yeah. If you have hesitation about it, definitely, I feel like it is okay to take the time and to know what you're getting yourself into, to make
Please do.
informed decisions. I feel like for our generation, it wasn't as much of as in
they lied to us.
Well-rounded, informed decision.
You can be real. They lied to us. They did.
They painted the good side and they played on the pros, but I don't feel like they really talked about the cons. So that way you can know what you were up against while you were in school and what you were up against once you left. Regardless if you graduated or not. Because 9 times out of 10, when you go into school, you're going to acquire some type of debt.
Yeah, debt. And it financially, debt, emotionally. Like, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot of things that they didn't tell us. And also choosing the degree that you supposed to get, like, there was no preparation. So that's why I'm like, I'm going to be that person to be who I needed when I was younger, because if you're going to go to school, I'm going to tell you everything. I want you to know it all. So you can, well, I don't know everything, but I'm going to tell you what I know from my experience and from the experience of the kids that I work with, because you need to know what you're up against. And I feel like you can move a little better when you know, oh, they told me it was going to be a problem like this. I can handle that. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but it's also great to understand that you can make money in other ways.
Yes,
and with y'all are out here in this digital world, so you can really make money sleeping. Well, let me stop saying you. We can make money sleeping. We can make money not necessarily clocking in into somebody's job. And I think it's important that we talk about that. And Valerie here, now being the financial freedom guru person that she is, she's always had aspirations of doing certain things, and I'm gonna let her talk about that.
Okay, so like I said, you guys, that check hits differently once you are financially free. You're out of as much debt as you can possibly get out of at the time. So for me, it kind of opened my eyes to something that was actually, I would say, laying dormant in the back of my mind.
Look at that SAT word, dormant.
And the reason I say that is because this is something that I heard about when I was in high school. But because I didn't have lack of resources, lack of knowledge, and lack of representation, to be quite honest.
Key.
The world of social media has definitely opened the door and kicked down some of that, because you can find just about anybody doing just about anything from any type of background on social media.
Yeah.
So I really went back to something I was exposed to in high school, which was the world of trading, stock market trading. So as of right now, we talked about pivots, we talked about being open to learning new things. That's something new that I'm currently pursuing.
Yeah.
I am trying to learn how to trade in the stock market, because that right there, to see and realize that, wait a minute, hold up, they sold us the dream of going to college, hoping somebody so-called pick me to get a good job, making a good salary, but I'm trading so much time of my life for money.
Yeah.
These people out here doing these trades are trading a fraction of the amount of time and making 2 times, 3 times the amount of money that you're making at a company.
Right.
And because of social media and because of so many people doing it, you see that it's real. You're like, what? Hold up. This is an actual real option.
It make $80,000 look like trash.
Look like trash.
Like, it makes it look like what, that fresh garbage. Like, what?
And it cuts out the middleman.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're not waiting for somebody to, see my application. Please pick me. I'm a good candidate. I'm qualified. Like, that stock trading is all on you.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Either you're going to learn it and you're going to do it, or you're not. It cuts out a middleman. I'm like, well, ain't nobody really said this was like a viable option, and especially at such a young age. You're starting to see more people do it
people making
such
money.
a young age. So I'm like, hold on. Let me go check this out and see what I can learn.
Yep.
So that's what I currently aspire to do. It's to one day be a full-time trader. It's gonna take time, but that's what I currently aspire to do.
Yes.
And you see it, you're able to actually connect with these resources and get the information that you need.
Seriously though, trading is interesting. I want to learn as well, but I have to learn after.
Yes.
When she learns, she can teach me.
It requires time. It requires capital. It does require money to learn, and it requires money to actually get in the stock market. But everybody tells you it's so risky. What I'm learning is it's not as risky as they tell you, because there are so many strategies. You have to make time to do risk management that cuts the risk down so low. At that point, you're making more of educated guesses, informed decisions, and you're able to control how much money you're willing to lose. That's the part they don't tell you. Everybody makes it seem like it's just gambling. It's not. It's actually strategy to it, and you are in more control that they actually tell you.
Should I say you're implementing a process?
You're implementing a process.
Which you're going to do throughout your whole entire life anyway. And of course, they're not going to tell you about this, because they want to make sure they keep that information, that knowledge, in-house, and try to like make as much money as they can. So, I mean, I ain't mad at them. I understand what you're doing, but that's just not what we doing.
It's not the full picture. And that's why I say you guys you're the generation of the internet.
Yeah.
So the things that they don't want you to know, you can easily find it, but are you willing to find it? They need people to keep their dreams alive. They done built these businesses, these corporations. We all know America is about money.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They need people in order to make them money. So they don't want to tell you this information, because you're not helping them. You helping yourself.
I also think that it's crazy how whenever you're trying to get a job, they it's like they always moving the finish line, or moving like the qualifications. It's like you got to have a master's degree. You have to have experience, like 2 to 5 years. Like, how you go from 2 to 5, but whatever. 2 to 5 years of experience, have great references, and then, you're good. But now they be like, we want personality. We want y'all to have personality.
I can't tell y'all, me being in corporate America, how many times I done heard that, like on a job interview now. Oh, well, we see what you're capable of. We can tell from your resume. We see what software systems you're used to, how long we can tell that. But right now, really for our team, we're trying to find someone who's a good fit for our team.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so now that I have the qualifications and the experience, all of a sudden you move the line to now you can just say, oh, well, you wasn't a good fit for our team. Not you weren't qualified. Not you weren't experienced. You just wasn't a good fit for the team. And
we just want y'all to know that this is real stuff that's happening. Because
every day.
And it's like, this is why I stress the idea that even if you work for somebody, even if you work for a company, get your 401k, boo. Do you. But you need to own something.
Yes.
Like, I mean, I don't care if it's a side hustle selling lip gloss or, t-shirts. If you're trading, if you're, what else? What's another side hustle? Babysitting, all that.
Anything.
Have a business. You need at least one business and multiple streams of income. I don't even want to limit it no more. Multiple streams of income, because you don't never know when they're going to pull their rug out from under you and be like, oh, we're doing budget cuts. You got to go. And we're going to be like, but what about all the loyalty that I've given you? Loyalty and all that time don't mean nothing when their bottom line is being challenged.
Remember, I talked about loyalty to a fault.
Yeah.
Don't be loyal to a company that at the end of the day, I don't care how great your boss is, your coworkers are, your team is, your manager, I don't care who it is. I don't care how great they are. I don't care how great you are. At the end of the day, this is America and it's all about money. And if they have to cut you, they will cut you.
Without blinking.
Without even thinking twice about it. So you definitely need to make sure that you are loyal to yourself before you are loyal to them.
Yeah.
This is, especially for me, I'm in corporate America. I've seen it happen to so many different
people. They cut people like it ain't nothing. Be loyal to God first.
Yes.
And then be loyal to yourself. And then let the rest fall where they may, because at the end of the day, like, you're the one who's going to have to bounce back. And it's not going to be easy if you're so tied to that company and not looking at what you have for what it is. Like, also, when you go into these companies, try to gain as much value as possible. They have those trainings. I know they boring, and it could be an email, but go. Because if you get those certifications and trainings and all that extra stuff, it's just nice to leave there with a little extra value.
Yeah.
In paper form, because you notice how they like it. So I can't do it. I don't know how y'all do it, but I can't do it. So I'm just saying I can't do it. I'd rather struggle and try to make my dreams happen versus me be out here trying to be like, choose me. Because at the end of the day, it just depends on the person. Yeah. They might not like me for me. So I like me for me. And I know I can work with me.
Yes.
So entrepreneurship it is, guys. But people, this is what kills me though. It's like people are still going to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's not going to be trading or being an entrepreneur. Some people want to go to work and make this $60,000, and it's consistent and on time. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's always going to be somebody who would much rather work a job because it's less of a responsibility. And they just comfortable with it. So that's fine. We were taught that from a lot of people's parents. Like, they were factory workers, you know? So they are used to this regimented, this is how we do things. We're going to keep doing it this way. But y'all have the opportunity to really break the barrier. So I'm just saying, dream a little bit, work a little bit, study a little bit, and get on it. For real.
Figure out what your avenue is in life. Really. Yeah. Because you have more options than you think. Like, at the end of the day, more. That's really the message. You have more options than you think.
The opportunities are endless. You just got to be willing to work for it.
Yeah.
So school is not everything, guys.
It's not.
Don't tell your parents I said that, though. I'm just playing.
The thing is, school is a resource that you use to get to something else.
Keyword, resource.
It's a resource that you use to get to something else.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you have to figure out what it is that you want in life. Sometimes that doesn't require school. I feel like school is great for certain professions.
Yeah.
Doctors, lawyers, it's just certain avenues such as that, you need school. Yeah. But there are other avenues that they offer at school, and I'm like, you don't need to go in all that debt for that type of job. Yeah. You really don't. So my personal why for going into trading is because now I understand what it's like to have that free up of time. After being in corporate America for the past 5 years, it it does take up a lot of your time. And corporate America, to me, just like with college, they don't paint the full picture. The same with corporate America. And I'm a double minority in corporate America. When I say that, meaning I'm Black and I'm a female.
Yep.
So corporate America was never really tailored for me. And it's a lot of battles that I had to fight often, more often than I like to. So the freedom that trading will provide me from not having to just fight for my voice to be heard, fight to be seen, fight to be considered for different opportunities or positions and things like that, that is super draining.
Yeah.
That's extremely draining. And then everything we have going on in the culture. So I'm surrounded by a lot of people that don't understand that. And that takes a toll on your mental, your physical, your emotional.
Yeah.
It can be overwhelming.
Yeah.
And so knowing that I have the opportunity to live the lifestyle that I desire on my own without having to deal with the extra stressors, that was like enough for me to be like, why not try this? Yeah. I've tried so many different things in my life, and I can say more of them have worked successfully than failed. Yeah. And I said, I invested so much money going to college, and getting a good job after college is not a guarantee. It's not. It helps you as far as probability, but it's not a guarantee. So why not take the time to invest in this and invest in me? I did it for college, so why not invest in myself? And those two things were like the biggest things that made me be like, oh, I'm definitely exploring this avenue. If it works out, perfect, cool, great. I feel like it is going to work out. But also, if it doesn't, then what really did I lose? Nothing, because everything else I'm already doing. Yeah. Yep. And I think that we're all about legacy too. So it's important to your experience is not just for you. It's like everything that you go through is giving you knowledge that you can pass along. So I think that she definitely is going to do that as well. Yeah, for me, I'm definitely trying to break generational cycles. I told y'all I came from Eastwood. I came from surroundings of lack thereof. So if I'm able to learn this, I'm able to teach this and share this with other generations coming up behind me. So that way, this is actually a skill that you can pass along to other people. And that way, the whole cycle of not having the financial stability that my family has had in the past, it can be broken. Yeah. And so that's super important for me. I just said, I feel like my purpose has been more so directed in finances. And if I truly believe that, then why wouldn't I explore this opportunity? Yeah. Because if I can change the trajectory of the generation behind me for my family, then I want to be able to gift them with that. Yeah. Why not? And your why will always cause you to do things that you may not want to do, but you're going to do it anyhow. I didn't want to go back to school, guys. I made it very clear when I finished. I was like, I'm done. She knows. I was like, I ain't going back to school. Y'all tripping. Huh? Nah, God definitely wants me to go back to school, guys. But it's because of my why that is pushing me to do it. Sweet baby Jesus and God they've been up there, plotting on me. They told me I got to go back to school, guys. And my expertise is in education, guys. No, but just like she said, going to college is not always gonna lead you to a career path that you think it's gonna lead you to. I personally couldn't even get a job after I graduated, and I have a whole master's degree and experience, but God definitely, I feel like He sent me there to learn the language, and so that I can be able to speak to you about it and teach you the ins and outs of what's going on when it comes to those institutions. So, yeah, I feel like working with students has changed my life in a major way. And every 3 to 4 years, there's always some kind of like seed that is planted from the students that I work with. And I've been working with Division I athletes for the past 4 years, and there was no representation in the sector of us, and there's so many of us that play sports. So I believe that God is telling me to go back to school to become a sports psychologist, because
I love sports. I love people, and I want to see people win.
Yeah.
And I will still be an entrepreneur because I'm gonna do it under my own umbrella. But yeah, I unfortunately have to go back to school, guys.
What you say? What you be saying? A user and an owner?
Oh, consumer and the owner.
There you go.
That's what I am, guys.
Consumer
So,
and owner.
Yeah, it is what it is. But we're gonna put it out there. We're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my best, guys. I'm gonna do my best. Y'all pray for us.
Yeah, for real though.
Pray for us, cause God just be
dropping
flicking
stuff.
the wrist. It's the flick of the wrist for me. So
man, I'm trying. As I get older, for real though, I'm trying to learn how to be better at being obedient with the swiftness.
Yes.
Because I'm the type of person where God will drop something on me, and I'll be like, "But Lord, that wasn't the plan. I ain't ready for that. I'm not prepared. I'm not qualified. Like,
yeah,
you sure that was for me? Because I think that was for somebody else."
Yep.
And I'm like learning that it's for you, fam. But I'm waiting on you to get to moving so I can give you the rest of the plan.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do better at being obedient, just from the beginning and without hesitation. Just be like, "All right, Lord, this what we doing."
If you said it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, he's the one that qualifies us anyway. So, like, I feel like I've gotten better at that, but there are moments where I'll be like, you're not gonna always like it. I just want to say,
you're gonna be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
like
uncomfortable.
You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yeah,
which sounds crazy, but you have to have a level of comfort when you're uncomfortable. That's the only way you're growing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We can end on that note because that is really the moral of the story, guys. Let me say it like a book teller. The moral of the story, guys, is be comfortable being uncomfortable.
For real.
Because God gonna throw some stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
And some stuff you cause on your own. So let's not blame God for this stuff. But anyway, yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on, sharing your nuggets.
No problem.
Y'all gonna get financially free. We trying to all be like this.
See that? Look, let me stop. I ain't the singer. That ain't my ministry.
That's not my ministry. But yes, well, all right, y'all. Until next time, stay focused, keep grounded, and respect the process. I'm Coach K, and this is Valerie D.
Hey.